Greetings, everybody. Adam here for my third vlog. It's lazy Saturday afternoon in Siem, Cambodia, where I will be for another 5 or 6 days, I guess. Then I'm going to head to the Philippines. And after that, I'm really not sure what I'm going to do. And maybe I'll talk about that at the end of the vlog. We'll get some admin done first. The last vlog got about 70 views, and the one before that got up to about 70 views. So we're on kind of a consistent trajectory because of the things I talked about last week about how this kind of thing tends to get hidden. I think that's a pretty good success ratio, and for all the things that I'm going to try to do this year, it really has to do with how much I apply myself and work towards reaching out to you and how many different things I can keep going. And I'm still sort of figuring out what my physical capabilities are and my motivation and things like that. But I'm pretty happy with how things are going. And I want to thank a few people that supported me. We got a few tips from Marisol Ricacho, who's an amazing singer that helped me out when I was working on Rob Martinez's albums. And also from Brian Barry and Jackie Dove over in England. Thanks a lot, guys. And another donor who wishes to remain anonymous. Plus, I want to give a shout out to some people that subscribed or patronized the I Just Disappear blog, the companion to the vlog. I'm out of sound. Wait. Is that about right? Okay, cool. Whatever. Anyway, Alice Quinton, who has long been someone that supported what I do and a really great person. Thank you, Alice. Also, Anne Bray, amazing artist, and she did a lot of the artwork on the Go West record. And Rick Longenhagen, who I've known for years and who's a pretty cool songwriter, and I've done some work for him that I hope is going to see release later this year. Oh, I'm sorry, I got an itchy nose. What can you do? So let's get away from the whole ranting about the music industry and how horrible social media is, and let's talk a little bit about life over here. As a lot of you know, I've been trying to learn a little bit of Khmer. It's something that I do everywhere I go. Khmer, in case you don't know, is the local language in Cambodia, although they call it Khmer. It's not even Khmer. That's not even how they say it. So basically what I do is, and I've done this in Indonesia, I do this in the Philippines, everywhere I go, when I get up, I go get coffee and breakfast somewhere, and I take along my notes and I just try to memorize words and also listen for the local conversation. So I'm at this place called Tevi's Place, which is a really nice little cafe, not about a kilometer from where I'm living, and I walk down there a lot because it's cheap and the people are really nice. So I hear two of the girls behind the where they do the cooking, and they keep saying kadang, kadang, kadang. All right, so I'm thinking, wow, I got to know this word kadang because they're saying it all the time, right? So I know them, they know me. I'm the weird guy that comes in every day, just like you guys know me, right? So I go over there and I say something like kadeng kamay tamut, which is really bad Khmer for what does kadeng mean? Oh no, actually should have been kadeng anglais tamut. Anyway, what does kadeng mean in English? So they can't really speak English, these two women. So and I actually, one's a woman, one's a girl, because the girl in the doing the a lot of the talking is a teenager, and so they've got this bowl of rice, right? And so they're trying to explain kadeng kadeng, and they're shoving this bowl of rice at me, and I'm like, what are you talking about? And so then they scoop some rice out of this bowl, and they say they tell me. I can't remember the Khmer word for eat right now. Nyam, nyam, eat this thing. I'm like, what does this have to do with anything? So I have this thing of rice and it's thrust in my mouth and it's terrible. I'm like, they ask me how it is. I say, it's not good. At law. And so then they like, kading, kading, kading. And I'm like, what the hell? Kadang thing. So I give up and I walk away. And the only woman that speaks English and Khmer there is the owner, Devi. So I said, what is Kadang mean? And she looks at me like I'm nuts. I said, Kadang means burnt rice. And then she said, why do you want to know such an unimportant word? So that's why they were making me eat crappy rice. Another thing about Cambodia that probably a lot of people don't know is the primary currency here is the American dollar. They do have a local currency called riel, but it's got a pretty low value. I'm not sure what the highest bill is, but the highest bill I've ever seen is a 10,000 riel note, I think, and maybe 25,000. It's about $5. So they don't really use the riel; they use the dollar. But the thing is, because it's not the local currency, so there's no way for them to redeem a damaged bill for a new one. And also because they have an issue with counterfeiting. You have to be very careful here that your bills are undamaged. If there is the tiniest tear in one of these bills, or if it's excessively worn, they will not accept it. So this becomes this big game, right? Because the other thing is a lot of the teller machines will only dispatch large amounts of withdrawals in $100 bills. And the reason this is important is you have a very high ATM withdrawal fee. It's about $4 to $5. So if you only withdraw $100, you're getting 5% tax on your withdrawal. So you want to go to a teller machine that's going to give you $500, but it's going to give you 5 $100 bills. So now you got to go in a country where everything is cheap and everything's in cash, and you got to get one of these hundreds changed. So you usually have to do something where you go to one of the more high-end places down on Pub Street and have a $6 or $7 meal when you really want to have a $3 meal, so you can get your change back. Or you have to negotiate. Like let's say you're walking down the street and someone says, hey, massage, come get a massage. Well, maybe I want a massage, but I want to get rid of this 100. So I go, well, I only got a $100 bill. Will you change the 100? So then they have a vested interest in changing your 100 because they want to get your massage. However, what's going to happen is if they've got any crappy bills that they got pushed, so someone slipped in a 5 that's got a tear in it, they're going to try and slip that in to the change you get from your 100. So you got to watch it, because if you give them $100 for a $6 or $7 massage, but that's what things cost you. This hair dye job, $7. That includes the tip. But you're going to get $93 in change. But if there's a 10 with a rip in it, you're only getting $83 in change. So it's not so good. So last week, this happened to me, and because I went downtown to change 100. They came back, and I went through the bills, and sure enough, there's a 5 with a rip in it, and there's a 1 and a rip in it. And I'm downtown in Pub Street where all the tourists are, so it's more likely to happen there because the people there are just passing through. They're not as savvy. So I go, hey, take this bill back. Give me a better bill. So they give me another 5, they give me another 1, look at them, they're okay. So I go to get a massage, take my $5 to pay for the massage, and then they hand it back to me, so the bill's no good. Why? Well, they taped the damn tear in the bill before they gave it back to me, the bastards. So now, this is the thing about, once you stop being a tourist and you start being an expat, you start to learn all the scams. So now I know. See, I thought I was so clever, right, that I knew this bill was messed up. So I give them back the bill, but they just went back and taped it. So we'll show this bastard. So, the good thing is, you just play the game yourself and you try to pass the 5 on to the next person, because it is legal currency. Eventually, some American's going to get it. They're going to take it home, and it's going to get dealt with. And so that's just one of the many pratfalls of living in Cambodia. I'm going to miss it here. My health has improved. You guys may have noticed I've lost weight. I'm also starting to get some muscle tone back because I'm doing yoga again. But it has gotten a bit lonely. This is one of the things that's tricky about here, is that while it's very easy to make friends, people are easy to talk to. You can just kind of walk around and start a conversation with people. To get under the surface of the whole facade of this tourist place you're in, or whatever the thing that the locals want to show you about their lives, you have to speak the language a bit better, and you have to start building some better connections with people. And I've had some success with that, but Khmer is a very difficult language. There's no way anyone can pick any language up in 2 months, although I've done pretty well. But, you know, I mean, it would take 6 months, a year to get to the point where you're starting to seep into the culture. And it's a little bit less friendly than the Philippines or Indonesia. I don't want to say it's unfriendly. The people here are actually really great. But I have a certain shtick that I use to get along with people here. I just try to be as goofy as possible. And in America, of course, this just scares the crap out of everybody. Like, what's this guy about? People in Southeast Asia tend to be a little bit more accepting, but I think here their experience with foreigners may be a little less benign than in the other places I've been. So it's been greeted with a little bit more suspicion. People, you know, there's a higher risk of creeping people out by doing this whole shtick. So, you know, it's not like it's been a big deal, but it's just taken a little bit longer to win people over. So I'm not complaining or anything. Excuse me, it's been a great time here, but I will be glad to get back to the Philippines for a little bit, just to sort of recenter with a culture that I'm more familiar with. And then I got to decide what's important to me to do next. And I'm really, I don't want to say I'm struggling with that. These are the problems that you want. But, you know, for health and for expensive living, Cambodia has been fantastic. For social things and for healthcare, the Philippines is better. And Indonesia, Bali, well, it's sort of been like home, and I'm starting to miss some of the people there. Or maybe, you know, go somewhere else. I had a really generous offer of a place more or less free to live for a while in Thailand. So I have to make up my mind about this in the next 4 or 5 days so I can buy my onward ticket to get on the plane to the Philippines. So I'll just let you know what I come up with. Anyway, on with the song. Today's song is one of my favorite songs that anyone's ever done. One of my favorite R&B singers, Bill Withers. The Chaos Band has done this. I've sung it. Evie's sung it. It's a song where I've worked up a little bit of a finger-picking arrangement to make it a little more intriguing for a solo performance. So check it out. See if you like it. And as always, if you like what I'm doing, subscribe below to the Karma Frog channel. And if you want to throw me a buck or two as a tip, there's also a donate link there. Also encourage you to subscribe and support and read my new blog. Not so new now, 6 months now, but I Just Disappear. Just put 2 new blogs up this week, and I'm hoping to do a new post about Khmer rock, which I think musicians will really enjoy and music fans. Okay, I'm rambling. So, on with the show. Ain't No Sunshine. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. It's not warm when she's away. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. This house just ain't no home anytime she goes away. Wonder this time where she's gone. Wonder if she's gone to stay. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. This house ain't no home anytime she goes away. And I know, hey, I ought to leave the young thing alone, but ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Only darkness every day. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. This house just ain't no home anytime she goes away. Anytime she goes away. Anytime she goes away. Thanks a lot for listening. If you like what I'm doing, please take the time to subscribe on the Karma Frog channel. And also, if you want to drop me a tip in the tip jar, the link is also below in comments. Thanks, and we'll see you next time.